As the boy sleeps, he sleeps with no fear of gangs, no fear of police, no fear of sexual predators. He has no pain in his stomach from the lack of food. He feels no chill in his bone on a cold night. He falls asleep tonight because his brain is clouded with a mixture of nitrogen oxide and butane, gasoline and glue. These children are born into a life of poverty, hunger, and violence. For some, life on the street begins at birth, but for most, they find themselves as street children by the age of 7. Their dark nights are spent in fear of stabbing, rape, and killing, while their days are spent searching for something to satisfy their hunger. For them, there is no hope. Research done by the NCBDA shows that of the over 300,000 street kids, 7% are under the age of 5, 10% are between the ages of 6 and 10, and 50% of the children are between the ages of 11 and 15. The same research shows that over 2/3 of the children have lived on the streets for over 5 years. And the longer you've been on the street, the least likely that you will be rescued from the street, leaving them with no education, no skills, no opportunity, leaving them with no hope. David Kariuki was one of these street children. By the age of 8, he found himself on the street of Eldoret. To survive the gangs, he had to join a gang. Crime, violence, and several trips to prison is what consumed 6 years of his childhood. But then a man by the name of Charles Moley brought David off the streets. He taught him how to build his first bed, taught him carpentry, welding, and automotive work. He gave him an education and helped David discover his love for the Lord. David decided to continue his education, earning both his bachelor's and master's degree. He did this knowing that this education would benefit his efforts in reaching the often forgotten 11 and 15-year-olds left to the streets. But what about the teenagers on the streets? The majority of the street children. Where is there a bed for them? Seeds of Hope is a non-profit organization who, partnering with David Kariuki, works directly with those children who are left on the streets. Our goal is to give hope to the children who have been left on the streets the longest. A hand will be held out to those who have been passed by, and Seeds of Hope Children's Home will give them a home, teach them a trade, and give them the tools to be leaders in today's society.
Welcome to Seeds of Hope Vocational Training Center.
Welcome to Seeds of Hope Children's Outreach Kenya. We are a home with a difference. This is where the boys live. These are teenagers boys that have challenges from their background. They've lived a life of compromise because they were abandoned when they were young, and the only place where they could be able to find joy and peace in their life is the street. Because of the nature of our area, it rains and it's raining now. So we are forced not from working outside, and now they work here. That is the blackboard where the teacher usually come and teach them. And the remaining banquet that you see, they were made by these boys. We just got a teacher who was helping them making these beds, and it's working because they are very proud because they are the only guys who did these beds for themselves, and when they are sleeping on them, I believe it gives them that satisfaction that they were able to craft something and they are able to enjoy. Outside here now, this is where we do our business. On my right here, these are the boys. They have to do some technical drawings first before they can do the actual welding. They have to prepare what they are doing. If they are doing a window, they have to draw it first on paper, then they transfer it on the actual, like what you see on my left. Now they are trying to craft a shoe rack here, but it has to be drawn from there. Then they have to arrange it here and weld it, and eventually they'll be able to have a shoe rack. We are using a generator, and the generator they are using now, they have to put it on hold once everything is laid down, they are able to put the pieces together. And this is our kitchen, and they are doing their meals. And now from what the boys enjoy doing, now we are going to other aspect of sustainability program. And on our sustainability program, we have animals here, we have sheep, we have goats, and we have cows. And the cow gives us milk that the boys enjoy drinking, and the goat gives us meat, and we enjoy that. And on my right-hand side, we have the farm. And the farm, we don't hire anybody from the community. The boys usually do all the work. And we've planted several varieties of vegetables. We have cabbage, we have kales, we have spinach, and in our greenhouse we have tomatoes. Tomatoes, we are growing it specifically for sale. It is our first time to do greenhouse, to do tomatoes. To make all this happen or possible, we as
Seeds of Hope
Vocational Training Kenya, we have a plan. And the plan for this piece of property, which is 2 acres, we are envisioning having a phase 1 classrooms running downwards, upwards here, facing this way. And then we'll have phase 2 standing this way. And then we'll have a phase 3 that will become an administration block that will house secretary, manager, and directors, and the teachers' place. This is our current kitchen, which we are planning to move it from here and push it to the far right corner of the property. That's where we envision to have a dining hall on that corner, where the boys from classrooms, they'll be able to walk to the dining hall and where the kitchen will be also. The reason for that, we are dedicating the lower part of this property for school compound. And then the upper side behind me, as you can see, we have the greenhouse on my back, and then on the other end, this will reserve it for farming. And then we'll have the dormitory built on the far corner of the property closer to the water towers, so that the boys can be able to walk from the dormitory. They'll go to the dining hall, have their breakfast, and eventually walk to classrooms. And that will become their routine. And again, we are planning to have a short-term and a long-term guest house for our volunteers who will come from Europe, from US, to come and impact skills on these boys at the farthest corner, closer to the water tower, so that anybody willing to come and want to impact a skill, they'll have a place for them to stay, cook their own meals, and enjoy the warmly family environment. Being a workshop, we want a very strong and solid foundation, so that when the boys, they are working inside, there is not going to be any crack. And that's why we want to make it very strong, not for now, for only these boys, and for the generation to come. I want this structure to outlive me, the founder of the ministry. And those who will come after me, they'll still be able to find the structure standing there solid and strong. And therefore, our appeal for you to join us and make it happen.
We used to buy vegetables at a high cost. Cabbage like this one we used to buy at 60 shillings. This is not enough for them. So we used to buy 3 of them. Per month we used to spend a lot of cash only in vegetables. So, but when we started farming here, we are saving that cash.
In our greenhouse, we have planted tomatoes. This is an Eva variety. I'm happy to find that I have a job, so that it is transforming my life. As the boys are transformed, I'm also transformed.
Once I was a street boy. David and Casey and some friends of David, they rescued me. They took me to a vocational training. I did welding. I did grade 3. I passed. 2 I passed. Then I'm here also teaching these boys. They're my brothers. And I hope in future they will be better than me and go far.
I have come here to do welding because my mother was not unable to pay the fees of high school, and I'm enjoying staying with my friends here, doing welding, and I have already done grade 3. I'm expecting to do grade 2 and 1, and then I go on with my life outside there.
Toka nikuja hapa nilikuwa street miaka 4, na kwa hiyo miaka 4 nilikuwa nimekosa palipaka cause nilikuwa natumikia drugs sana. Nilikuwa natumikia vitu mbaya, gum, bangi. Na vile David alinileta hapa hivi at least nika reduce kidogo. Nashukuru Mungu kwa vile nilipatiwa hope na nikaletwa pahali pazuri, at least hata nikapata chakula, nikapata pahali pa kulala cause nilikuwa nalala hata kwa takataka. But hapa hivi na thank God na at least naweza fanya welding na vitu zingine pia, nifanye grade 3 na grade 2.
Sasa inaendelea vizuri, nasoma na pia pahali penye nalala pahali pazuri sana. Baridi, blanketi ziko, kitanda iko, maji ya kuoga iko, mavazi, kila hata sabuni, chakula. Sana nataka nisome, Mungu anisaidie ili hata nianze kusaidia watu wao wengine wako street, ili ndio hata hao waweze kujua maisha. Jili Mungu hakutuumba tuweze kukaa street. Alituumba tuweze kufanyia kazi yake.
Life is easier now. These young men are happier, and the possibilities for a brighter future seems more attainable than ever. Accomplishing these challenging projects has breathed new life and hope into our students. Daily, we are seeing how the development of trade skills and their personal participation in the building of the center are motivating these young men. Their hands-on involvement is creating in them a sense of empowerment and hope for their future. We are now able to confidently envision and step into the next phase of the development of the Seeds of Hope Vocational Center. We are working diligently to expand these programs and need your support. As a dedicated supporter and friend of Seeds of Hope, we would love for you to have the opportunity to contribute towards the exciting projects ahead. Please visit our website to discover ways you can participate in our growth and experience the joy that comes with dramatically impacting the lives of those who once thought they had no future. Blessings to you all.